Reed Sheppard is better than we thought. Let's talk about it. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Summit State of Mind, presented to you by the Apollo Podcast Network and powered by Big City Wings. In this episode, we're going to discuss Reed Sheppard's overall Summer League performance. We're also going to discuss the Rockets and the possibility of trading Jalen Green. And, of course, we're going to play some games, but we're back in studio. And, of course, I can't just be joined by myself. I got to be joined by my brother, the GM. Welcome back. You took a couple of weeks off. Welcome back. Home from vacation. You didn't go on vacation. You just couldn't make it that week.
Yeah.
How we doing?
Life was busy, but I'm here. You know, we had to pass the baton off over to DJ and Josh, but your boy is back.
Oh, my God.
All right?
Your
Boy
is back.
I am here, and I'm here
He's
to
like,
stay, baby.
I'm here. I'm here. Hey. Shout outs to Braun Breaker.
Oh, no.
Hey, Jam, can you raise your mic slightly? Just I want the people to hear you. There you go.
Not a fan of Braun Breaker.
Okay.
Did I say that?
Say that right.
I'm a Scott Steiner guy. Big Papa. Holla if you hear me.
Let me teach you some.
Big Papa Pump. Sorry.
Let me teach you some Scott Steiner math. All right. Man, I could literally do. I could probably. Once we get closer to the season, I will do a little skit where we do a little Scott Steiner math with Rockets. I can make it. I can make it happen. I think it's that.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a good old Steiner math?
I love a good old Steiner math. Big fan of
go.
Steiner math. Let's get ready to get into this episode. But before we do, I want to give a shout out and a happy birthday to Mr. One, our starting center, your starting center, America and Turkey starting center, Alperen Şengün. Happy birthday, Alperen Şengün.
Happy birthday, Alpi.
He's a young, spry 22?
I think he's 22.
He's 22?
I'm not exactly sure.
Holy jeez, Louise.
But the work that he did at his age, his young age, just
I feel like he's like 30.
Unbelievable.
I feel like he's been in the league for a long time.
He plays like a vet.
Well, this is what we do. We do this for every birthday. We got to do it. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alperen Şengün. Happy birthday to you. Let's go. Happy birthday, Şengün. My only birthday wish for you is that you become an all-star this season. Oh,
my birthday wish for you is to average over 35% from three.
Well, that's
on three threes a game. Let's say that. That'd be nice.
Well, that's doable. I think it's doable based on what we're seeing right now.
I hope so.
Well, happy birthday to you, Alperen Şengün. Let's get into the episode right now. GM, let's talk about Reed Sheppard's overall Summer League performance as I'm rocking the Reed Sheppard shirt right now. That's right. Rocket Reed. Rocket Reed one time.
Shout out to the boy Reed.
Shout out to the boy Rocket Reed. I had to rock the shirt one time. I'm telling you right now, this is my dude. This is my dude. So Jabari's 1A and Reed Sheppard's 1B.
That's fair statement.
This is my guy. I'm all in. I'm all in on him, and I wanted to make sure we devoted the first topic towards him. Jim, let's talk about Reed Sheppard right now. During the entirety of his summer league, he averaged, I'll drop the averages one time, 20 points, 5.3 assists, 4.8 rebounds, and almost 3 steals, 2.8 steals. He only averaged 28% from 3, so not very good. However, he averaged 50% from the field. So if he only averaged 28% from 3, that field goal percentage still sitting at 50% means that anything within the 3-point percentage was high percentage shots.
Yeah.
Considering the amount of shots he took, he had to take in a crazy amount of shots. His overall summer league performance. What was your overall take after the first 2 games, which he obviously went nuts, but the totality of summer league? What was your where do we stand now in one Reed Sheppard?
I think there's a lot of growth there. He looked really good in the first 2 games, obviously, but I think that what we can focus on the last 2 games that he did appear on was that his usage rate was extremely high. But to see what he was able to do in terms of himself with the ball showed a lot about what the potential is him with being the point guard of the Houston Rockets, correct? We saw a lot of things in terms of his playmaking, his getting to the bucket. He wasn't even driving. He was getting to the mid-range and pulling up. We saw a lot of Chris Paul-esque moves. Shout out to the former Houston Rocket. And he was able to hit the mid-range very well and very effectively during Summer League. That was one thing that I was extremely impressed with. But what I will say is that his defense, even though there might be an issue in terms of him staying in front of guys because of his athleticism. I'm not going to say that because he has a very high vertical, correct?
Yep.
41 inches. But there may still be an issue in terms of him staying in front of guys. But what we've seen is that he's been able to recover, for one, and his use of hands and not having to foul. I mean, granted, he was fouling a little bit, but I do think that they were kind of ticky-tack. But at the end of the day, Reed Sheppard, averaging nearly, 3 steals a game?
Averaging about 3 steals a game, yeah.
He was a dude. Like, in terms of just being a guy that could turn good defense into good offense, not just for himself, but for the team overall, showed a lot about what his potential could be. I do think that he will be very effective going into the regular season, but overall, his performance in Summer League, I know that everyone was, really hampering down on his three-point percentage, but, he made adjustments, averaging 20 points per game, but averaging 28% from three. Says a lot about the kind of player that he is with his mindset. People know that he can shoot the ball from three, but being able to adjust and being able to shoot well enough to average 50% and put up 20 points a game with such a low three-point percentage is extremely impressive.
Yeah, I think, from what I saw in regards to how, Reed Sheppard overall performed, and that was the whole, our whole opener was Reed Sheppard is better than we thought.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
It's not like we didn't even really peg him on, a third overall pick type pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
We thought that maybe it might have been a reach for him at that third pick, but knowing that the strength of the draft class wasn't super high, I think he came out of the gate and just surprised everybody. Reason being why Raphael Stone said he was this is the top prospect in the entire 2024 draft class by far. It wasn't even close. Mm-hmm. And he proved it through the few games that he was playing during the Summer League. He, by far, out of the top 5, maybe out of the entire lottery, looked the most NBA ready right out of the gate. He played with a calmness. He played with an amplitude that was just unmatched. The first 2 games, he caught everybody off guard. No one knew what to expect. But you notice after the first 2 games, they started hunkering down on him, the teams that they played, Portland being one of them.
Teams were more prepared for him.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And you notice they started implementing a 94 feet full court press on defense.
Yeah, I noticed that. That was wild.
Reed Sheppard seeing
League,
double teams.
Crazy.
He was that good and that respected that they're no, we can't. We got to go over screens.
Yeah.
We got to apply 94 feet of pressure. We got to double him off. Pick and rolls. I was watching this happen live, and I'm wow, these guys are treating him like a star. This is star treatment. Mm-hmm. Knowing that if the rest of the talent in your starting lineup is rather low, mm-hmm. you can zone in on the one player that can make a significant impact. And once Cam Whitmore stopped playing, Reed Sheppard's three-point percentage went down significantly because of the fact that, and a lot of people are harping, his three-point percentage is down, blah, 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 it's 28%. It's the curse of the Rockets uniform. No, guys. His starting 5, his other 4 are just not, I'm going to be honest, they're just not NBA players. And when that happens is that they can hunker down, they can double, they can triple, apply hard pressure on the defense, and stop you from shooting the three and force you to get uncomfortable. It's all about how do you make the adjustments. But I never saw Reed Sheppard lose his head. Yeah, he stayed mentally in the game.
There you go. I mean,
that's a strength here at an NBA level.
The thing that was extremely impressive was that he made himself look like he was too good to be in the Summer League. We all see rookies struggle. We've seen guys like Amen Thompson, Jabari Smith Jr., even Jalen Green struggle in Summer League.
Oh, my gosh.
Reed Sheppard did struggle in Summer League, but there was a point, those first 2 games made it look like he was too good to be there. And
I thought they would have pulled. I thought I wouldn't have been shocked if they had decided, okay, cool, we saw enough.
After 2 games, we're good.
Let's pull you, yeah.
No, but I think it's good that he did struggle a little bit. Sometimes you need a little humility.
A
little slice of humble pie. Nothing wrong with that. It might come a little sweet, maybe a little bitter, but you know what? You take what you can get. But, Kenny, I do have a question for you, though.
For me?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
So everyone has seen Sam Vecini's comment about stating that he believes that Reed Sheppard is, in his eyes, the prospect for the Houston Rockets with the absolute most potential. Kenny, Commish.
I do remember this.
What do you think?
I do remember reading
I'm
this.
curious to know what you
all
think
right.
about this subject because
Okay.
I do have opinion.
Okay.
But I'm curious to know what yours is.
Okay, so in terms of like the highest ceiling with the highest potential, essentially, to have basically out of all the players, including like a Jalen Green, Alperen Şengün,
Yep.
and Reed Sheppard, obviously those other two being like the highest in potential levels. You're
Yeah.
thinking that, or Sam Vecini's saying that he has the highest potential.
Yes,
and
out
what
of
I think
all
of
of
it. Okay,
them. Yep.
so if you asked me before the draft. I wouldn't give you a confident yes. I'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, his shooting ability alone gives him the ability. So that's how I feel about it. The shooting ability alone gives him a leg up amongst the Alperen Şengüns and the Jalen Green because his game can span in front of the 3-point line and behind the 3-point line,
Yeah, that's
which
fair.
gives him an access to be successful.
Yeah.
Vision for two gives him access to be successful at an NBA level. Being decent to good on defense gives him
Yeah.
the ability to be good at an NBA level. Being able to shoot and create your own shots, not just outside the 3-point line, but getting shots like a Chris Paul, Klay Thompson, or a Steph Curry in the midi,
Yeah.
which is one of the most underrated fundamental shots to ever get up in the entire NBA. He can get it off, and he can get it off in spades.
Yeah.
Especially with Steven Adams setting the pick. So, with all of that said, do I think he has the highest ceiling? I think he does.
Oh, wow.
I think
Okay.
he might.
I respect
think he
that.
might.
I
And
do.
I think you're going to respectfully disagree with me. Before you do, stare into my shirt and say it.
I respectfully disagree.
Damn it. Go on.
Rocket Reed. I do not believe that
He's
he has
Rocket
the highest
Reed.
potential in terms of all of our potential prospects. We are at a core 7 now. I would say that.
Well, who from your group then? Who from the 7 would be the highest potential? Is
There's
this
two
still
of them who
Jalen?
I think is the highest.
Okay.
Jalen and Amen Thompson. Those two are the highest. Even though Amen Thompson is not the shooter that we all want him to be, he affects the game in every single facet in terms of defense, playmaking, cutting. He is so good off the ball and on the ball. He can guard anyone 1 through 4, even possibly a 5 in select possessions. We've seen the effect that he has had on the court on both sides, on both ends. And Amen Thompson is just, he's going to be a dude, and I believe that 100%.
I agree, too.
Jaylen Green, we saw how he played in March. No one played better basketball than Jaylen Green played in the month of March in terms
Killer.
of any member of the Houston Rockets. I mean,
He was a killer.
we know that Alperen Şengün had an amazing season, but that month of March was probably the best month by a Rocket player in the last 4 years since James Harden played for the team. So, I mean, we've seen what he could potentially do. Doing it over a week span is like, that's a hot week. 2 weeks, yo, man, you know, we get it. But doing it over a month kind of
it's a
shows
12-game
that
win
there's
streak, too.
exactly. He was the main catalyst for the win streak. So, I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into there. And we've seen the kind of player that Jalen can be. He did it against the number 1 seed, Oklahoma City Thunder. They're going to be even better next year. But, I mean, obviously, the issue with Jalen Green is consistency. But we have seen the potential in terms of what he can do in impacting games.
Yeah, I agree.
And he can be a superstar.
I agree to a degree.
Yeah.
But the thing is that for me, anyways, is like Jalen for that 1 month span was really good. I don't need to see him that hot the entire season.
fair.
Very few people can do that.
Yeah, keeping up that
the
pace
NBA
is, gonna be a lot.
ridiculous.
It's a lot to ask for.
Right.
Yeah.
I would like to see some semblance of some type of consistency from
No,
him.
that's a
during
very
the upcoming
fair
season,
statement,
which I
and
think
I
we
think that's what
may
we all want.
see, which we will tackle as in a later episode as we gear up towards the 2024-2025 season.
Mm-hmm.
Wrap this up. Let's wrap this topic up in a bow, just because you just mentioned Jalen Green, and that's going to lead perfectly into our next subject. But yes,
There you
Reed Sheppard, better than we thought. I think he has a leg up as to becoming Rookie of the Year. I think the first 2 picks are still project players. At the end of the day, I think Reed Sheppard has all the tools. If he gets going fast and kind of just stays at a consistent level, he could be runaway Rookie of the Year, no questions asked. Will that happen? remains to be seen.
Absolutely.
But all accounts and purposes have led us to believe, okay, could be the
All the
rookie of the
tools are
year.
there.
Absolutely.
There you go. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and move on right now to Jalen Green and the possibility of the Houston Rockets trading Jalen Green. It seemed that the pot got stirred just a little bit by one Sam Amico, which I'm going to read right now. Quote that was brought to us from Sam Amico, basically stating that the Rockets tried to trade Jalen Green to the Brooklyn Nets for Mikal Bridges, who was traded to the New York Knicks. Houston was also open to moving Green to the Phoenix Suns for superstar Kevin Durant, Miami Heat All-Star Jimmy Butler, and Paul George when he was still on the Los Angeles Clippers. So this has kind of stirred the pot a little bit. Jalen actually did post a story about like a week or two before this.
Yeah.
Basically saying like, like he like basically saying, okay, like I hear y'all, like talk that noise. Like it was very cryptic. We didn't know what the reason was. And a lot of fans are like, oh, Jalen, he's doing it again. Like,
yeah.
just go play basketball, man. Just play better. And then this comes out about a week or two later. So is there fuel to the fire, GM, in terms of Jalen Green possibility of getting traded after you just talked about him being the highest upside of the Rockets?
Yeah.
How do we feel?
How would I even start? I mean, this.
Well, the floor is yours, man. This is where I gave it to you.
The Houston Rockets definitely did have feelers out for Jalen Green. They're definitely doing their due diligence, and it's a little unfortunate, but at the same time, considering how he started the year, it would make sense. We all know that Ime Udoka takes pride in, he says he doesn't miss the playoffs. As an assistant coach and as a head coach, he never missed it. This was the first year that he did. So based on something like that, things that me and the commission did hear was that Jalen Green was definitely offered in terms of trades. But we all knew about the Brooklyn one. Everyone heard about that. But in other news, like Kenny talked about Paul George, that was news to me.
Yeah,
Jimmy
me
Butler,
news to me too.
Makes sense. Kevin Durant, we all know that the Houston Rockets have wanted Kevin Durant since 2016. So that's nothing new.
No.
We do know that the Rockets have been talking to Phoenix. They already made that trade with the picks. But there was definitely interest. There was legitimate interest there, absolutely, from the Houston Rockets in terms of trading for Kevin Durant. But with the fact that Jalen Green was offered in these deals is I know that people like to glamorize a lot of the moves that Raphael Stone has made. Maybe we can glamorize Raphael Stone for the moves that he did not make, and that is one, not trading Jalen Green. I know Kenny says that he can be a little trigger shy, and it's probably a good thing that he was a little bit, because trading a Jalen Green, who is 22, or is he 21? 21 or 22? I don't remember his age.
He turned 22.
He's just turned 22. Okay.
Yeah.
Being at that age and trading for the likes of a Jimmy Butler, who was unhappy in Miami, a Kevin Durant, who got swept out the first round of the playoffs in Phoenix, who they don't really seem like to have a future in sight. Paul George recently signed with Philadelphia. Probably would not have worked. And Mikal Bridges, my God. I'm happy to be out of that cloud, but it just keeps coming back. It's
Yeah.
like the rain in Houston. It just keeps coming back. It won't go away. It keeps coming back.
Keeps coming back.
Exactly. And like with all that being said, I'm just really happy at the fact that they did not. I'm a run it back kind of guy. I want to roll with who we have.
Run it back.
And I know that there are a lot of people.
Give him one more year.
Yeah, absolutely. There are a lot of people who feel like should have just traded Jalen Green, and I vehemently disagree with you guys. But obviously, I have an opinion. Obviously, I feel a certain way, and that we do know that we've all heard a multitude of things. But Commissioner, like, how do you feel? How, after these reports?
Right.
You're reading this. You know how I feel.
I do know how you feel.
But how do you
I knew
feel?
how you were
After
gonna feel
reading
out of
this,
right
this
out
is
of the
just a
gate.
random tweet in the middle of the end of July with no reason to be stated.
No reason for it to be stated
It's
whatsoever.
just a pot stirrer for no reason.
Right.
know?
The thing is that we don't. Well, it was also posted on Sports Illustrated, so I don't know how much truth there was to this. Obviously, where there's smoke, there's fire. We can attest to the fact that Jalen Green was being, like at the very least being shopped at the possibility of maybe getting a star.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that Raphael Stone, for as much grief as I give him for wanted him to pull the trigger on getting somebody, which I still do to this day. Like, I'm not backtracking by any means. I'm like, hey, like, at the end of the day, you're not going to keep all 7 players. Someone's got to go.
Exactly.
You got to do what you got to do. And when that time comes, I expect you to pull the damn trigger when it happens. However, I believe that in the Rockets' war room, in their front office, they have a big board, a vision board, what'd you say? A championship
that's
vision board.
That's fair to say.
Basically, of all these of these star players that they want, right? Of all the star players that they want, Durant obviously being on that board. I'm sure Paul George is on that board. Luka Doncic is probably on that board. Like, you have all these players. Giannis is probably on the board. You know what I mean? Like, there is these players that you're like, okay, if we have to trade someone, not just from the core, because there's a difference between the core 7 from, like, I would say, like, a Cam Whitmore to, like, an Alperen Şengün or a Jalen Green.
Absolutely.
Like, there's a talent level. There's a talent difference there.
Absolutely.
So if you're going to go after a star, like...
You got to trade talent.
The big... like the players on the big board, when they become available, Stone is going to put out the feelers because that's just what a good GM does. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to at least kick the tires at the possibility of getting a star player. Now, granted, like, I will always go back to this. James Harden back in 2012. People gave crap to Daryl Morey. Everyone's like, Daryl Morey, what the... You traded Kevin Martin. He was a consistent 20-point scorer.
You
gave up
2 first-round picks.
Yeah, you gave up 2 first-round picks. You gave up Jeremy Lamb. He's like going to be like the next... He was going to be like the next T-Mac. Like, why would you trade him? He's lengthy. He's like 6'7". People were giving him grief for this. And look what happened. So it's like, you tend to fall in love with the core. I understand that. I respect that.
People were still attached to Josh Christopher. Josh Christopher for winning MVP.
Right.
But people are like, there's a lot of flack on second-round picks and late first-round picks that were traded.
But that's what I'm saying.
Nothing.
Like, we can't be so attached to these top 7
exactly.
core. But in regards to Jalen Green, I firmly believe that they're not going to trade. They're not going to look to trade Jalen Green by any means unless it's a player on that vision board.
Yeah,
That's it.
I agree.
That's it. Okay?
And
But it could happen. I mean, I don't want to trade Jalen. I want to run it back. After it's glossed over and we got finished with the draft, got finished with free agency, I'm good. We came out the other side, I'm like, you know what? I think this is the right decision. I think this was the right decision. Yeah. Run it back, give him another year, or at the very least give him until the deadline. If they're like 10 games under 500 by the deadline, I'm like, all right, deuces. Something's got to change.
Yeah,
some of y'all motherfuckers
got to give.
Some of y'all got to go. I'm sorry. Like, this is too much. No, I'm tired of losing. This is BS.
Yeah.
But if we're good for like 10 games over 500, I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe just let him run it to the end of the year. Let's see what happens.
There
and then free agency, you'll get rid of Dylan Brooks. You can get rid of Fred VanVleet.
Yep.
Money's off the books. I know you're going to have to bake some big re-signings with Alperen Şengün and Jalen Green, but we can see what happens once we get there. But now,
I mean, you
I'm
can
good with not trading
add
Jalen
a
Green.
good free agent to the core that we already have.
That's what I'm saying.
You are going to have to pay Jalen and Alp after the season.
Yeah, especially the times if they both break out, it's like, dude, you're gonna have to pay an exorbitant amount.
But that's the best outcome because
I know I do want both of them to
the guys to grow organically. I mean, we've seen what Tatum and Jaylen Brown have become. They've won NBA titles. You want you want them to grow organically. This is what it is.
That.
I mean
that's the best case scenario.
Yeah.
But hey, would I hate it if Jabari Smith and Reed Sheppard broke out this year?
I'm not against it either.
That would be the ultimate, because they are the 2 best 3-point shooters on the team.
Yeah.
So if they can get there, oh my gosh, we will be golden. I can't wait.
I think every player can respectively be a dude.
I think out of the 7, I think any of them in any given night can turn it on. Like, that's the cool thing about the core 7.
Absolutely.
And there's a lot of attachments to the core 7. And I agree, there's a lot to be made here, a lot to be had. And guys, once again, we're in late July. We're getting into the dog days here. So there's not going to be much in terms of news.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, we're gonna be here. We're gonna be talking. We're gonna be talking shop, talking sports, talking Rockets is what we do.
Yep.
But I mean, overall, we'll see what happens in terms of Jalen Green, in terms of him possibly getting moved. I'm not gonna buy the smoke right now in terms of what that is. I think they're gonna hold on to him. I think that they're gonna let this season ride out. Let the young core 7, along with Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks and the other vets that we were signed, Jeff Green included, with Steven Adams included, because people are saying, oh, well, what are your free agent signings? Oh, here's your free agent signings. 2 players, Steven Adams and Reed Sheppard, and you're golden. That's it.
There you go.
Those are your free agent signings. That's all you need.
That's very fair.
That's I think that's literally, you address 2 needs.
Yeah. And then we got a pro from Australia, Jack McVay. You know, like
Oh, that's right. We got him at
like solid additions.
Yeah, these are solid additions.
Solid
like,
additions everywhere.
Everyone's like wanting the big names. I'm like, no, you addressed two major glaring holes.
Yeah.
Shooting, and a big center. Like, you basically addressed it with Reed Sheppard and Steven Adams, and you're getting them both this season. So those are your free agent signings, guys. And roll with the crew and let them go. Let the young guys
I'm with it.
Let the young guys
very
cook.
much with it.
GM, speaking of letting young guys cook, for the last topic, I cannot go home without playing some games. But before we do, once again, guys, hey, from my voice to y'all's eyes and hearts and ears, if you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching us on video, if you're a video file, hey, super click that subscribe button one time.
Absolutely.
One time. We're at 7.66 thousand followers.
There you go.
Is solid followers, but
Yeah.
it's not 7.667 yet. I'm not at my palindrome.
No, it's not.
So
No, it's
I
not.
want to get to my palindrome, but my palindrome number is not going to be 7667.
I mean, what I really want is
what do you-
8,008.
I want 8008.
Yeah, that's what I want.
I want 8008s and heartbreaks. That's what I want.
Yep. The
So-
80 to 08 connection. Andre
80
Johnson and Matt Schaub.
Oh my gosh!
Or Matt Schaub
wow,
and Andre Johnson.
That is
That's the
a
kind of
cut.
connection that I'm looking
That's
for.
a deep cut.
Come on, guys. I think we can get there. We're just what we're like 400 subscribers away.
400 subscribers
from there.
away.
I mean, let's just
Little
say
less than 4.
We get 400 more subscribers here. The GM here and the commish. We will like if anyone can get us to there.
Didn't even agree to this out of the gate, but okay.
I will give you a case of beer.
Please
we'll
show
get
your
you
ID first.
cases of beer.
Please show your ID
But you
first.
got to be above the age of 21.
Yeah, I'm telling
I
you,
will
Jim,
not
you can't just
serve
say
minors.
that.
Okay?
You cannot.
You have to legally be able
Gotta
to drink.
legally.
Shout out to Josh Innes when we went out to drink one time and he bought us beers. He's like, "Are you over the age of 21?" And then
I don't
Kenny
think
goes,
we're gonna give him a.
Kenny goes, "Yes."
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna give him like a. I don't know. We'll see. We'll give you something. We can give you a case of beer or Apollo merch. We'll give you something. So just get us to 8,008 subscribers. Click that subscribe button one time. If you're already here towards the last
absolutely.
subject, the best subject. A lot of people have started favoring our very last subject of every episode, which is the games.
Absolutely.
If you're here, click that subscribe button one time. We could always use it. Be sure to follow Apollo, which we'll give at the end. But click that subscribe button one time because that's
There
all we
you go.
need. Get us going where we're going. GM, let's get ready to play some games.
Let's go.
Just the best topic of the night.
Best time
obviously.
of
I know it's
every
become a thing.
episode.
It's become a thing. People are starting to really enjoy it, which is great.
And I appreciate everyone
Yeah.
enjoying, me making terrible decisions. But it's all good.
It's very negative.
We are with it.
It's very negative.
I'm just glad
This
you're
is
entertained.
Off to a beautiful start.
Absolutely.
All right, so two brand new games. Like, well, the second we may have done in the past a long time ago, but this game in particular we have not ever done. This is brand
Okay.
new. So
Sweet.
I'm bringing this to you.
I am
and
here
this is
for
gonna
the
be-
debut.
This is going to be in our short form content. This is going to be a YouTube short. So I gotta be ready here. Here we go.
I'm ready.
All right, are you sure you're ready?
I don't know, but I
right.
guess I am.
All right, here we go. Let's create the greatest Rockets franchise.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 6 topics.
Okay.
And I want you to select the favorite Rockets team or year that best fits in each topic.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm in.
All right. So there are 6 topics on the board: offense, defense, jerseys, arena, fans, and logo.
Oh, okay.
So
yes.
First,
Okay.
offense.
Offense. The 2017-2018 Houston Rockets.
Good man. That's
Easily.
exactly what I thought.
Easily.
Good man.
Easily.
65 wins.
Uh-huh.
I mean, probably the most efficient Rockets offense
Yeah.
in history, like by far.
Yeah.
They were just killer.
Absolutely.
Forever remembered for Game 7, but they were they were a god killer team. Like,
Yes.
absolutely, they tried, which
Yeah.
they tried.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2017-2018 offense. That's Chris Paul, James Harden. Defense.
1993-1994. I mean, Hakeem Olajuwon was Defensive Player of the Year that year. If anyone wants to argue with me, argue with a stick. But Hakeem Olajuwon was the best defensive player of that season. We won an NBA championship.
Don't talk about our good friend though.
Vernon
The
Maxwell.
best perimeter defender in the game at the time.
Absolutely.
The Jordan stopper.
Absolutely. Jordan wasn't playing that year, but everyone knew
Nah, he's still a Jordan
that
stopper.
our
I
boy
don't give a crap.
Max was going to take care of Michael Jordan in the early 90s. So
Absolutely.
that's team.
All right, so we
100%.
got the 93-94 defense along
Yep.
with 2017-2018 offense.
Yep.
What jerseys are we using?
Dude.
Come on.
Okay.
Is it a question? Actually, I don't know. I would think out of the gate you'd say championship, but you could throw me here. You could throw me a curveball. I don't
Okay,
know.
this is
What are you gonna
this is
do?
what I'm gonna say.
What are you
This
gonna
is
do?
what I'm gonna say.
What are we doing?
My favorite jersey of all time, and I know people might not like this. Back when Yao Ming was here, they released navy and brick red jerseys in the 1993 and 1994 font.
I don't recall this.
They did.
Did they?
That-
But they never wore it.
No, they never did.
This was a
that
Re-
was
that
a
was a Reebok-
Nike.
Oh,
it was a Nike Swingman
Swingman.
jersey. That is the jersey that
I'll
I
put
would
it
want to
on-
wear.
I'll put it on,
Because you
guys,
know
for
why?
real.
Because
Don't
you know
worry.
why? We got the two best times played at the Summit.
That's a
Shout out to
pull.
the Summit. The 1996 through 2002, 2003 jerseys, and like colors, but we got the championship vibes in terms of the the outlook of the whole jersey, the blueprint. So that is what I would do. I'm a navy blue
That's
kind of
solid.
guy.
Solid
Everybody
choice.
knows that. Everybody that knows me knows I just love the color navy blue.
Yeah.
But that's what I am going with. Very
Okay.
particular.
Okay. It's
I'm
very niche.
I'm probably-
I'm gonna have to post a picture of that.
I'm gonna get
just for people
I'm
to
gonna
see
get
it.
lit up in the
Yeah,
comments.
you will. But you knew what
100%.
you knew what you were doing when you decided.
I know
bro.
what I like, guys.
All right, so you got those. You got the jerseys.
Yep.
All right, arena. Now, for arena,
Yep.
you got Summit. Summit became the Compact Center, and then we became Toyota Center.
Can I pick like a specific year? Or a
Yeah,
specific-
sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, no. Don't be, because that's gonna be the next top. That's gonna be the next one. So you don't need to pick. I mean, well, I guess you can. If you
Okay,
want.
no. Okay, this is what I'm gonna say.
Because there's gonna be a certain. Yeah. Anyway.
I just want a certain energy from the arena.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But like, that's what I'm saying. That's what the next topic will be.
Oh.
For. So you know what I mean. So just pick the arena. Which arena?
It's got to be the Summit, easily.
Thank you.
Shout out to the namesake of our podcast.
Namesake of our show.
Got to be the
guys.
Summit. We've only won championships at the Summit. Now Lakewood Church, but I'm sure like 75% of the people that watch this don't even know what the Summit was. So
You'd be shocked. You'd be shocked. By the way, rest in peace, Gene Peterson.
Rest in
Voice
peace, man.
during the summit. He
Yeah.
passed away just
how sweet it is.
just 2 days ago. Yeah, how sweet it is. Rest in peace. All prayers to his family and friends, and
Yep.
to the Rockets family as well. GM. So for that arena for the summit, what year of the fans are we gonna bring in?
Game 4 when Eddie Johnson hit.
A specific
Yep.
game.
Game 4, 1997
Wow.
Western Conference Finals. Eddie Johnson hitting the 3. That is the kind of energy I want all the time. Like when you
Wow.
watch that clip, you feel like you were ready to jump through a fucking building after that clip, and that's the kind of environment that I want my 2017, 2018, 1993, 1994 Rockets to be feeling all damn day.
All right, so we're gonna close it out here with the last one. Logo.
Logo.
Yeah, there's a lot of logos.
Logo.
We got a lot.
Man.
Yeah, there's a lot of good logos.
Oh man.
We got the San Diego, which I think San Diego Rockets is a very underrated logo in my opinion.
No, I'm gonna go with the OG logo.
Going with OG, the
OG logo.
championship logo.
Absolutely.
So going back, we got the 2017-2018 offense, 93-94 the championship defense, the brick red jerseys, the most I know exactly now which one you're talking about now, but I'm gonna have to pull it from the internet. So screw you, because this is gonna be a difficult find for me.
Apologies.
Brick red jerseys. We're going to the summit with Game 4 of '97 fans in that building with the championship logo.
Gotcha.
That is the greatest Rockets franchise in your eyes.
Absolutely.
Do you agree or disagree? Drop a comment right now. Let us know. Or let us know what your perfect Rockets franchise is. Let us know. Drop it in the comments. All right, GM. Let's get ready to go home here on one more game, or one last game. This is actually, look, this isn't as like, that was really cool. I thought you'd have a blast doing that. I was like,
I'm always having a blast. You're making me think.
I did.
And I'm
I
cool
did.
with that.
Yeah, but that's actually was really cool though. Like
I love that.
creating like the greatest Rockets franchise. Like,
That was fun.
That's fun.
That was
That's
fun.
some fun shit.
I love it.
So, all right, ready for the last one?
I'm
Here we
here.
go. All-time Rockets draft. Let's get it.
Ooh.
So, starting
Shit.
five. We're gonna do our
Okay.
starting five.
Okay.
Let's throw a kicker in here. Starting five, 6-man and coach.
Okay. I'm in.
Here we go. All right,
Okay.
wait. Who's gonna be the first pick?
Paper, scissors, rock. Right
All
now.
right, all right. Rock,
Rock,
paper, scissors, shoot. Damn it.
Number 1. All right. Are we doing snake?
No, we're it's
Okay,
just
back and
now.
forth.
There's yeah,
Okay.
just go back to back.
Okay.
There's like 2 of us.
All right. I'm in.
All right, go ahead.
Hakeem Olajuwon. Easy.
James Harden.
Oof. Oof.
I gotta go. I mean, come on.
Oof.
Yeah, gotta go. He's number 2. He's the second
I'm going to
greatest.
take Moses Malone as my 5 and Hakeem at the 4.
What? That is insane.
Insane.
You are an insane man.
I am an insane man.
You're crazy. Tracy McGrady.
Ooh, Tracy McGrady.
Yep.
Okay.
At the 3.
At the 3.
Yep.
I am taking Chris Paul as the 1.
That was gonna be my other. I was taken back. I was like, I'm either gonna go T-Mac or Chris Paul here, and I know he's probably gonna take one or the other.
Absolutely.
So, you know what? I'm gonna be crazy. I'm a wild man. Let me be a wild man. So I'm gonna be a wild man. I'm gonna push James Harden back to the 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Let's get crazy.
I know where this is going.
Let's get crazy, GM.
I know where this is
Let's
going.
get crazy. I'm gonna push up T-Mac to the 2.
There you go.
All right. So I got Harden at the 1. I got Harden at the 1, T-Mac at the 2.
Okay.
And I'm going to select. Oh man, this is where it gets a little dicey for me because I do need a defensive anchor. So give me for this one. Man, we just don't have any great small forwards. That's the problem. We don't have any great small forwards.
It's a major issue.
It is definitely a major issue. I mean, I gotta really think about this. Actually, you know what? No. Keep Harden at the 1. Well, Harden at the 1, T-Mac at the 3. I'm gonna go Yao Ming at the 5.
Ooh, okay.
Yao Ming at the 5 was unstoppable.
I like
in
that.
his prime. Everyone's in their prime.
I like that.
By the way,
but we
Everyone's
about
in
to
their
bully y'all. We about to bully y'all.
prime. Okay.
Give me Robert Horry at the 3.
Yeah, I thought about it. Wasn't gonna go. I was like,
Okay.
I'm okay with it. I don't need Robert Ory.
That's all good.
You're gonna run an old school offense.
Oh,
Very
yes.
slow.
Oh, yes.
Very methodical. I'm gonna look to run your asses out of the gym.
That's a wild statement.
I'm gonna run you. That's the goal ultimately, to run you out of the gym. So for the 3, I'm going to go. Let's keep it going. Let's drop like some of the greatest glue guy of all time. Give me Shane Battier at the 3.
I think he'd complement y'all very well.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
Absolutely. I just
fair.
need someone to be that glue, and he's the perfect
fair.
glue guy.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Well, give me my drop of wild man, a little crazy. Give me Vernon Maxwell.
Damn it,
Max
no.
at the 2.
He was my sixth man.
He's in D up your boys.
How dare you? He was
You're-
my 6th man.
Sorry.
It's jerk move doing jerk things.
Apologies.
Who's your power forward? Moses Malone? Damn it.
No, Hakeem's my 4.
Oh, Hakeem's your 4? Fuck, I gotta get someone that can guard him.
And good luck.
Okay. Dang it. Just Hakeem commands so much attention. Yao cannot hold him. Let's be honest here. Yao's gonna have a tough time guarding Moses because of your matchup alone. I'm going to take. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna worry about that because that position's already. You filled that position, so I'm not even gonna worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fill the role of 6th man and get Ron Artest.
Ooh, okay. Fair.
Ron Artest is my 6th man.
That's cool.
Absolutely killer.
As my 6th man, give me Hall of Famer Calvin Murphy. Microwave off the bench.
Yeah, but I mean, my guys are big.
You guys are big. I am undersized. For
I was
sure.
like, you are very undersized.
I'm undersized.
Yeah, Chris Paul and Calvin Murphy.
I got
both
the
under 6 feet.
I got the under 6 foot squad.
You got the under 6 feet champs.
But I
over
also
here.
got Moses Malone, the strongest man alive. Well, no longer alive. Rest in peace, Moses. And Hakeem Olajuwon. So
only way to combat Hakeem is to get the guy that I know is going to be able to stop him. But I'm not going to get him yet because I could still get the coach. So I'm going to get Rudy Tomjanovich. I'm going to get the championship coach from
fair.
the 2 championship years.
very fair.
I'm going to take it away from Hakeem. No, we're not putting Hakeem and Rudy T together because that's we already know y'all are going to run sprints around us.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing that. We're going to let Rudy T coach Yao Ming.
Okay.
With the new age of Harden and T-Mac.
I respect it.
Dude.
I respect it.
Run him off the gym. Run him off the gym. All right.
I mean, I
You
want
need
to
a
go.
coach, right?
There's a multitude of coaches I could go with, but just based on personality and who I love, give me Jeff Van Gundy.
Rick Adelman. Oh.
Give me Jeff Van Gundy.
Kevin McHale. No? Oh. Kevin McHale? No, not Kevin McHale.
I would never. I'd rather have JB Bickerstaff.
Wow, that's ballsy.
Oh yeah,
They finished at 500.
they sure did.
Okay. Okay, so for my last pick, I do need someone that can combat Hakeem.
Okay.
What better to combat Hakeem than his fellow twin tower from 1980s? I'm going to go Ralph Sampson.
That is a
That
great
is the
pickup.
pick, and I have to do it.
And I hate to say
I need
this,
someone to guard Akeem.
I can't believe I did not draft Ralph Sampson. Someone like me, an old ass man,
I know you didn't
not
realize.
drafting Ralph
Well,
Sampson.
you went
is
Moses
a
and Akeem.
fucking criminal.
Unless you were gonna try to go like Cleveland big and like go with like three
No,
centers.
Ralph definitely could have been my 6th man.
No.
But Ralph Sampson as your 4, because he did play as the 4
Dude,
with
he
Akeem
would've
in the
run.
80s.
Dude, he would run.
He was the KD before
gym.
KD.
Dude, Harden would just full court blast passes like
Yeah.
all the way to easy. Harden averaging like 10 assists.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie.
Easily.
That
That's a sexy
that
fucking
pick
squad.
is that makes me a little nervous. If we were to play this in 2K today, and you had everyone at their peak, Ralph Sampson is a guy that he was a dude. He was a
Yeah,
National Player of the Year. He was
a dude.
He was one of the
dude.
greatest
I mean,
college players to ever live. Played for Virginia, I believe. So you
I
know,
mean, he was
like,
I've said this. He was essentially like he was of the Giannis and of the Wemby mold before they ever existed.
exactly. He
Like,
was
that
that
is
guy.
who Ralph Sampson is.
He was the predated Kevin Durant. He had
was
the
like the alien,
handles,
yeah.
the speed.
Yep.
He was 7'1", 7'2", and he could do it all. He didn't shoot threes because that was frowned upon in 1984. But I will say this: if Ralph Sampson was in the league today,
Oh, yeah.
he would absolutely be that guy.
with today's terms of like workouts and like health supplements that he could probably take, he probably would be healthy.
Absolutely.
Like that's the thing.
Absolutely.
So guys, let us know who won. Are you gonna go Team Justin? Are you gonna go Team Kenny? Drop it right here below the comments. Let us know how you feel. GM, let's get ready to go home here. This is what we do, man. This is a lot of
This is
fun.
what we do.
This is what we do.
Always.
Off season, so gotta play games. I'm gonna try to find a way to keep like games in the picture like during season. That's the
We'll
goal.
figure something out. That's
If it's
another
just-
challenge
yeah,
for the
if
boys.
If it's just me, because I'm gonna have to cover some episodes on my own during the season. Obviously, we can't do that. So games, we'll do the games when we're together.
Absolutely.
That's the way to do it.
I'm always here. I'm always ready.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Zach Ryder.
I literally was about to say something, and then you talked over me, and then you said Zach Ryder on top of it, which totally threw me in the loop, and I got thrown in the Matrix after that. I got thrown in the Zach Ryder woo 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 Matrix. GM, let's get ready to go home here. Tell the people what they want to hear one time.
Well, everyone, make sure to follow me over on Twitter/X at JP_Mirabueno. Make sure to follow our podcast on Twitter at Summit, SOMPOD. And everyone, please, I beg of you, follow us, our people, our brothers, our family on Twitter and X and Instagram at ApolloNBA and at ApolloHOU. Shout out to the boys, our basketball boys. The king of what did the Rockets do? I believe that's what it said over on his
What did we
articles.
learn?
Josh
What did we
Garcia.
learn?
Yes, there you go. What we learned today. Josh Garcia. Shout out to our boy. And Stoney on their NBA podcast, Zero Gravity. So for all of your Olympic coverage, make sure to go to those boys. They will definitely be following and talking about the men's national team for the Olympics. So definitely give them a look-see whenever you get a chance.
That'll be fun. You can follow me on Twitter as well at Summit Commit. Shouts to our other Apollo podcast brethren that continue to kill the game. That's right, BTD, Beyond the Diamond. Be sure to give them your first listen for all Astros content. Shoutouts to Off the Gridiron, Apollo Texans. Be sure to give them your first listen for all Houston Texans content. And once again, we'd like to thank each and every one of y'all for making us your first listen for all Houston Rockets content. GM, let's get ready to go home here on another successful episode, 225 in the books as we take the march towards 300, one of my favorite movies of all time. Hopefully by 300 we can maybe have a special guest. Maybe we'll be in a crazy environment. We'll see. Maybe we'll be challenging for a title at that point. I don't know. 75 episodes away. So we'll see where the Rockets are by the time we get to 300. Let's get ready to go home here. As I say every episode, with a Go Summit, Go Apollo, and Reed Sheppard. You heard it here first with the Rocket Reed shirt on. Rookie of the Year. Calling it now. GM. Go Rockets. Oh, now GM. Give them what I want to hear.
Yeet.
Yeet.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh! You know it.